Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 3 Under Par podcast. This is a golf podcast where
Little White Ball is live.
if you can tell, we got KJ. He is out of town. If you're watching on video, he is not here with us. We got him on the horn, though. My partner from this last weekend. KJ, how you doing, man?
Good. What do you think about the tournament, big dog?
Man, it was a little rough. Not good. For me. Well, first off, before we really dive into it, we got T-Bone here for our listeners as well. T-Bone, how you doing, brother?
Chilling. Happy I didn't play a tournament golf.
So we're going to dive into me and KJ's round at the South Texas 4-ball, and then we're going to talk some WGC Mexico. Interesting leaderboard. P. Reed comes out on top, which is, yeah. All right, so follow us on social media at 3 Under Par Pod. That is the number 3 Under Par Pod on Twitter and Instagram. If you like this video, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Thanks for being here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. T-Bone is going to be doing a course review after this. Then the week after that, me and KJ, we're going to do like our video breakdown of our tournament that we played in. Once you're finally back in town, KJ, where are you at now these days?
Austin. I'm in Austin until Friday, I believe, and then I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, they kind of got you all over the state right now. Glad you were back, though, in Houston this weekend. So we got to play South Texas 4-ball through the Texas Golf Association. I want to preface, I had fun, even though it might not seem like it at times, Kyle. And great tournament. Course was in phenomenal shape. Greens were rolling money. So big credit to the Texas Golf Association for getting it right, I thought, above all else. So, but overall, I just did not play well, man. The only reason why I slept well last night was because I was so tired.
Yeah, I could tell you were kind of kicking yourself on a few of them out there. Didn't quite seem to hit it the way you normally do.
It was tough when I hit about, I think, 4 greens on Sunday. Just so that everybody out there know, I'm not like a big birdie guy anyway, but I'll generally get about 2 around, I would say, on the conservative side. And I had 1 for the entire tournament. That was, and it came on the 31st hole.
Yeah,
KJ, you
really
jumped
on
me.
On the birdie spectrum.
Yeah,
Well,
you jumped on me and almost tackled me.
I didn't even know who I was playing with because you're usually Mr. Consistent, and that's why we see you making all these putts. But you didn't even give yourself many opportunities to actually make the putts. So
yes,
it was. I was happy for you and us as a team.
Well,
in general, kind of take the lid off that.
That's what I was going to say. The good thing about team golf is when one partner's down, the other one's there to pick you up, right? That's what KJ was able to do for you, right?
he was. So the first day we
Well,
shot.
not so much on the first day. We kind of both laid an egg on the first day. Us shooting even together. I think you can pretty much take Scott and I together and put us on a team, and us shooting even par at a golf course, it's pretty bad.
It was not
good.
good.
I would assume we at least shoot a few under at the very worst each round. But it was rough the first day. I don't know if it was first amateur tournament that I've ever played in, or it's a first, as Scott said, a sanctioned event that I've played in a very long time. With rules officials and
Was that
all
since
that kind of
2010?
2010, 2011, something like
2011, 2012. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. It's been a while, but it was fun. I just sucked down a few beers, and I was having a good time. They did do it really well. It was ran well with officials out there to help some cases, and
For me.
times were. Well, yeah, I had to ask him on 9 yesterday, so when I asked if I could go down a different fairway that was 80 yards offline.
Yeah.
Because I hit my tee shot so shitty. So
it happens. It was interesting, Kyle. I was thinking about it. We had the battle back to even par on Saturday, too. We were 2 over for the longest time.
We sure were. It's pretty bad to think about, best ball between you and me shooting over par at any time.
Were you guys embarrassed or pissed off?
Oh, dude. I didn't hit it real bad.
No, you hit it fine.
But I had missed I think it was 4 putts inside 5 feet. And I think all of them were for birdie. And
yeah.
What putter did you have in the bag?
the center shaft. So it was, I looked stupid doing it too.
Okay,
I didn't,
yeah, that's not good.
I didn't have the gunmetal Scotty Cameron in there, so at least I look like I know what I'm doing and look kind of cool when I miss those putts. No, it was a center shafted, like square looking.
You don't want that,
putter.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's not good.
It was, but I put it a lot better the second day. I think I made like 6 birdies or something, and I started off real hot.
Oh my gosh. What'd you birdie, like 4 out of the first 5 holes or something like that? Just came out the gates.
Golf game and BAC was on fire.
Oh man, the night before that, Justin and I played TrackMan golf until like 3:30 in the morning. So I basically got a shower and then got in the car and drove to the tournament. So it was good the second day. As soon as I had a few beers to get over that hangover, worked out great.
So didn't Tiger Woods, when he won the Masters, he said he woke up at like 3 a.m. or something to prep? He woke up really early, so I guess you're doing the same thing.
I guess the key word is he woke up.
Oh,
KJ
woke
just
up.
went through the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to wake up if you don't go to sleep. So I don't know. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, there were a few holes where
fine.
you were struggling to stay upright, I feel like. But you were hitting the ball great and clearly rolling the rock. I think there might have been like one putt that you probably should have made on the second day. The first day though, like we just want to forget about that first day. It was not a good showing. For me personally, I think it's time to almost go back to the drawing board. I feel like I was close. It was just maybe a few bad shots here, and then I tried to overcompensate, and it was just a snowball effect. But I had fun.
Yep.
I
wanted to squirt some fireball down your neck, but since you're doing the cleanse, I couldn't, get you out of your own head there.
Yeah.
I think you need to either play a lot more tournaments or no tournaments at all.
An all or nothing deal, huh?
Yeah, because it's like you're not getting enough reps, or you should just quit trying.
Yeah, you got to treat it. That was one of kind of my approach to it. It's just like, it's just another round of golf. You see these guys on tour, and one thing you always hear the commentators say, he hadn't really changed his routine. He's doing the same thing. He's not speeding up or anything. And that's the way it's kind of got to be. You just got to kind of treat it like it's just another round of golf with Scott.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I'm not going to play tournaments, so I don't know. I think you need to pick a side.
Well, KJ and I talked about it. We probably, at least we have one that we have our eye on. We would like to play, possibly 2, I think.
Yep.
For sure one, though. You know what I'm talking about. Like, we'll save that one if we actually get in.
I'm down for as many of those tournaments as we can play now that I can actually play them.
Yeah.
Remember seeing Snapchats and everything from you playing all these tournaments, thinking, I want to play that. But
how much do you charge per lessons? You said 12-pack?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be talking about giving lessons when we're talking about amateur tournaments, Scott.
No. For me to get ready for our next one.
Yeah, man, I'll help you out.
I don't think you'll like the training very much.
Bring a 12-pack, and I'll yell at you for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how deep we got to dive in, and we'll see how it goes from there.
I'll do a 12-pack and then some claws as well for the hour lesson. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds great. I'm down for that.
And shout out to our guys. So this is a fun fact. The guys that we played with, both days, they both had the same name.
That's so true.
The first day was David, and the second day was Kurt. Both the guys were both named David and Kurt. That's never happened to me before. It was wild.
Well, it was great. Because as sober as I was, I definitely would have probably forgotten both names.
Yeah.
So it was a lot easier for me.
So it was David and Kurt and Kurt?
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. It was solid.
It made it easy. They were really good guys. Enjoyed playing with them. They let us, play music the whole time, have a few cocktails and beers out there. So, or for Kyle, not for me. Next time, though, there will be, once I'm not doing this juice cleanse thing for a month. But, I mean, it's going well. Thanks, Linda.
Yeah.
But it's
little side story about the Kurtz. I played with them the day before the tournament, so I actually knew them. I played with him Friday, and some other guy. Took a little money off of him in a practice round, and then we're randomly paired with him again on Sunday. So Scott and I made him a little $20 bet on the back nine. So I think we cleaned that one up.
We did. So here's also the other thing that was interesting. You know, me and Kyle, we're both pretty competitive people. And so we just decided to do a regular money game. Even though we're playing on the same team, I think it's one of those we want to push each other to get better. You know, if I see Kyle making birdies, that'll inspire me to make birdies. But especially on the second day, Kyle was making a ton of birdies, and I had nothing in the tank. And so I lost a lot of money to Kyle, especially when he comes in. We're playing $5 birdies, and he comes in with 6 on Sunday. Like, oh, gosh, clean me out.
Yeah. Padded the Venmo account for a little while, so that one helped a little bit.
Was able to pay for the dinner and drinks from the night before. You're welcome.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, man, I had a good time out there. Did you have fun overall playing the tournament?
I did. I bet we would have had a little more fun if we could have done anything instead of laying it on a Friday or Saturday, but that was fun. I definitely would do it again.
What'd y'all place overall?
So we shot 70-66. 66 was actually the second low round of the day on Sunday. Conditions were a little bit tougher.
Yeah,
the wind picked up, and there were 40 teams. We started T28 after Saturday, and then jumped up to T12 on Sunday.
Didn't T-Bone make a little bet that we weren't going to shoot like what we did?
That was the other thing I was going to bring up. T-Bone, if you remember last week, I went back and re-listened to this afternoon. We placed an over-under bet. Do you remember what it was?
Was it 5 or 7?
It was 5.
Shit.
Go back and check the tape, and we finished with 6. And it's because I made my first birdie of the day on our 14th hole.
Wow.
On Sunday. So
that's awesome.
T-Bone, you lost. Suck it.
There was no dress condition said. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out.
Something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Sounds like you'll get the White Claws next episode.
Yeah. I don't know what
we'll
we want. Me and Kyle, we'll offline. We'll discuss about it. And then I don't want to do another dress round, but something creative.
Oh, whoa.
No, I tossed it. It's done.
A little steeper than a 12-pack of White Claws.
Well, I mean, I feel like we could have been more aggressive with it if we decide the parameters of the bet before the tournament. But since it's after, I don't want to be too mean.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I will say that's a pretty solid, to what we actually finished up at. We didn't play as well as we should have, but 5 under and we shot 6. That's a pretty good guess.
Man, honestly,
I mean, you're kind of a dick for thinking we're only going to shoot 5 under, but
that's what I was thinking when he said 5 under.
You're pretty close.
I was like, shit, we might beat that on the first day. But then I didn't know I was going to lay an egg the entire weekend. So, yeah,
shit happens.
I feel like it was pretty good learning experience. It's been a while since we've actually done a team event, me and you, because usually when we play, we're playing against each other.
Yeah, we always get split up.
And then we always play a scramble, like a 2-man scramble with Elliot and Nate. So actually playing your ball through the hole, it was lift, clean, and place the entire time, which was really nice.
Oh, that's why y'all shot under 5 under, more than 5 under.
Also, Kyle was making everything, which helped. So overall,
yeah, I've never had 2 days back-to-back that were just polar opposites with the flat stick. Like, it was insane.
More alcohol. There you go.
Yep.
That's the secret.
Easy way to shut that mind off.
Heck yeah. All right, my man. Well, me and T-Bone, we're going to continue on. I know you got to run here, so
yeah.
Safe travels this week, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you on again sometime.
Come on as a guest, right?
Very funny, T-Bone.
All right, man. We'll see
you guys later.
All right. T-Bone, it's just me and you now, man.
The show must go on.
The show goes on. That was our tournament recap. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun out there. As we said, KJ and I didn't play our best, especially that first day. He really put the team on his back on Sunday, and it was fun, man. It's a good time. We'll probably do some more of these TGA events out there. So, T-Bone, let's talk some PJ Tour golf now, though. What'd you think of the WGC Mexico event from this last week?
I think it's, first off, with this tournament, I think it's ridiculous how far they hit it. I think they showed Rory's yardages on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, you
And
sent
he
us
had
that on Instagram.
8-iron, 200 yards. His rescue was going 300.
Just dumb.
When you hit it that far, it seems like your whole game is just knocked down like pitching wedges and sand wedges. If you have anything under 200 yards, you're hitting a 9-iron or less.
Yep.
I can't really imagine what that's like.
It's so hard to judge, like you said, with that's going on. Last year, I'm sure I didn't see any really pictures this year, but last year everybody had the TrackMan out there, their own personal one. That's like $10,000, $5 to $10,000 for a TrackMan. Everybody's got their own personal one, getting those yardages dialed in. I cannot imagine hitting a rescue 300 yards. I don't care how high the altitude is.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's wild. But very interesting leaderboard, I would say. The WGCs, we kind of give them a hard time. In our minds, it just feels like another week to week on the PGA Tour. But the cream of the crop rises. They really do rise to the top. And so, overall, pretty good tournament. Patrick Reed comes out on top. Bryson DeChambeau, John Rahm, Rory McIlroy, Hideki Matsuyama, Justin Thomas, to name a few, all in the mix. That's really what you want. And I thought it was Rory and Justin Thomas's tournament to lose, and they lost it. Sunday, they didn't play very good. Patrick Reed, though, that son of a bitch.
So I just looked at this video that I sent you guys earlier.
Yeah.
Can this be true?
Which one is that? Okay. Oh, my gosh, you're right.
Is that true?
That's right. Yeah, tell everybody what that is, because that's ridiculous.
So this says P. Reed, third most wins by a player under the age of 30.
That is just almost heartbreaking. I don't know if heartbreaking is the right word here, but it's just... I don't know. Patrick Reed just sucks, man. He's the worst.
How about first, I'll give him a little credit, and then I'll
go
back to the...
Okay.
So to fast forward a little bit, a little golf gossip that came out fresh after our last podcast was...
This was wild.
Was P. Reed getting absolutely blasted. First was by Brooks. He said... He made a comment about the Bahamas tournament and said, yeah, Patrick was making sand castles out in the beach. So to jog your memory, he grounded his club in the bunker and was cheating and propping up his lie in a bunker. So P. Reed took a shot at him. And then next was Peter...
Brooks Koepka took a shot at P. Reed.
That's
what you're saying.
Yeah, no. The next was Peter Costas.
Peter Costas on the No Laying Up
Peter
podcast.
Costas said... Who was a former NBC, CBS?
CBS. It was him and Gary McFord just got let go this year.
Yeah.
And they were
touched on that a few
blindsided
episodes ago.
by
Yeah.
it. It was not, yeah.
But Peter Costas had mentioned that he had seen Patrick Reed prop up his lie, enhance his lie, like 3 or 4 times.
I think he said 5, if I'm not mistaken.
5 times.
5 times. I could be wrong, but yeah.
I think this is getting more and more confirmed. A more and more confirmed rumor of him being a cheater. I mean, if you go back, all of his college teammates said he cheated. There's video evidence of him cheating, and now he's getting confirmed by some very reliable sources. But anyways, to give him some credit, when you get absolutely shit on by by Brooks and Costas, and you go out and win the tournament that week, it's annoying. It's borderline annoying. I hate it, but it's so impressive.
It really is. That's what he thrives on, though, I feel like.
He needs that energy.
It's like the Ryder Cup. We used to call him Captain America because, especially over there, people are chirping at him. He just feeds off that energy. It does kind of stink, though, whenever he, does the ear to the crowd and he's, 4 down on a tournament. But, man, he really... I think he said something of it to Costas. It was like, hey, how does $1.9 million look in my bank, Costas? Yikes.
That's horrible.
He's got a good point, though. Do you think he cheated this weekend or this week?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. Those cameras aren't really on Thursday and Friday, and every shot matters, as we can tell, because he finished at 19 under, I believe. And he only ended up winning by
He
one
won
shot.
by one. Yeah, one shot.
That's just crazy, man. The margin for error is so slim out there on the PGA Tour. Patrick Reed, man. Yeah,
So
I really don't want to pile on him too much because
yeah, we've done that for several episodes.
It's like a punching bag. You don't
Yeah.
want to.
So
Yeah.
one thing you talked about earlier, one of the worst leaderboards we'd ever seen. I'm a little indifferent about Bryson at this point, but Bryson was in the lead and Patrick Reed was nipping at the heels, and it was just such a bad leaderboard. Even though I'm starting to warm up to Bryson, those two guys really aren't. It's hard to pull for both of them, but I don't know if anyone saw, if you're watching Bryson on 18, I believe he bogeyed 17, dropped a shot, and he was either tied or one behind Patrick Reed. And he had I think a 15 or 19 footer on 18 for birdie, which would have ended up tying Patrick Reed. And he left it like 5 feet short.
Not even close.
It was
Not even close.
It was very pathetic for someone who had a putt to win, or at least tie.
What sucks too is that he 3-jacked 17.
Yeah.
He 3-jacked 17,
So-
and then, granted, that was a really tough 2-putt, and that second putt just barely lipped out, and 18, yeah, he didn't even give himself a chance.
It just sucked seeing a golfer I don't like that much, and I'm rooting for him to really beat a golfer
And
that I
story.
really hate. And when he like just chokes that bad, like I'm pulling for. I don't even like you that much, and I'm cheering for you to beat a golfer I really hate. So it's kind of the lesser of two evils, and then it's not even close. And kind of watch the Patrick Reed victory parade. But one thing before I know we said we weren't going to bash on Patrick Reed, but I can't not.
It's
I
hard
can't
not
not.
to.
So on 18, he's got an iron off the tee on 18, and I don't know. I mean, we just talked about how far they're hitting the ball, and all he's got to do is hit an iron right down the middle of the fairway, which he's been doing all week. And he's got a 2-shot lead, and he just blasted in the trees. And right when he makes contact, he's looking at the crowd, making some shitty-ass bullshit accusation that someone was talking his backswing or some shit like that. And I just knew. It's so typical. Like he's finally gonna win a tournament and might choke, and of course he's gonna blame someone else.
Yep.
And that's the exact same thing Chris DeMarco touched on a few months ago. I don't even remember what the situation was. I think he was making up for not cheating, and he was like, "This guy's such a dick" or something.
Right.
And I was just, again, I think makes excuses and cheats, and despite all that, he's a damn good golfer, which is unfortunate.
It really is. Big props to him. Kudos to everything you just said. I think he hit the nail on the head. He took a ton of heat this week, channeled it, and won. Not many players can do that. Like I said earlier, I think it was Justin Thomas's and Rory McIlroy's tournament to lose. At one point, Justin Thomas was having to hit shots left-handed. Rory McIlroy just disappeared again on the back nine on Sunday. That's back-to-back weeks, if I'm not mistaken. He was right there at Riviera, too, so tough scene for Rory. This tournament was fun for me because I actually was watching it on Sunday, and particularly, I played on Sunday, not well, and then I came back and watched more golf. Very not on brand for me, actually. Like usually when I play a round of golf and I'm done, I just don't even want to deal with golf anymore, but it had me engaged. John Rahm was right in the mix as well. Patrick
61
Reed.
this week?
I kind of forgot that Patrick Reed was even behind Bryson and John Rahm, because especially when Bryson was looking like he was going to 3-putt on 17, Rahm had a chance to essentially make that 2-shot swing. There were a couple of times, even on 16, with that pin location that was really accessible in that front pin location where there could be 2-shot swings, and Bryson he was taking all the punches and rolling with them, and you're like, man, Bryson might do this. But then P. Reed birdie 15, 16, 17. That's very impressive to do. And, man, that scene on 17, that par 3, how electric is that? It looks like a party down there in Mexico. I respect that.
I think it was on National Margarita Day this weekend, too.
Even better. Are you not entertained?
Stars aligned.
Stars aligned, especially when Abraham Answer came down because he was the lone Mexican in the tournament. They just went bananas for him. It was pretty cool to see. especially one of their own playing their tournament. It was great. It really is. It's like whenever a Canadian plays in the Canadian Open. They just get even that more fired up about it. Overall, though, I would view it as a successful week, even though Mexico, people have a love-hate relationship with Mexico because it was played at Trump National Doral with the Cadillac, and then a bunch of schedule changes and political reasons as to why they moved it down to Mexico as well. I think it's a pretty cool tournament, though. It's just, even though I don't know what it tips out to, probably 7,300 yards, but with the elevation change, it plays like 6,500. That is a joke for those professionals.
It's cool to see them adapt to that stuff, though, because that's so different
That's
from
the only,
whatever they play.
I don't think
all
the
week.
golf course is that hard. I mean, I could be wrong. I've never played down there or anything, but the hard part is adjusting to that altitude, which that's hard to do. So big kudos to them. Justin Thomas won a couple years with that hole out on 18. Phil Mickelson's won down last year. Now Patrick Reed. This tournament brings out some really good players, and I enjoy it.
DJ won last year.
Who?
DJ?
I don't know who DJ is. Is he still around on the PGA
so.
Tour? So overall, I would view it as a successful week. The golf gossip with P. Reed just dominated headlines, I would say. I want to talk a minute or two about the fashion, T-Bone. Did you watch any on Sunday?
Yeah.
What did you think of the fashion of
I know what you're going to say.
Eric Van Rooyen?
So, I believe I've touched on the joggers before.
Tough look, in my opinion. But sorry,
You don't
continue.
show the ankles.
This is your scene.
I'm never going to support joggers. I think there's kind of a movement to get some more trendier type clothes in golf, and kind of what goes along with the joggers when it's colder out, they'll wear a hoodie, and I'm like, that's not golf.
It's not a good look.
And I know also this week, I think Adidas did a collab with some skateboard company, and they made like skateboard golf clothes, and John Rahm was wearing it a little bit. Wasn't great.
Yikes.
And yeah, anyways, the trendy golf stuff, it's when you have joggers and a hood, that's not golf.
Go
Doesn't
for a
work.
jog. Don't play golf.
Yeah.
Go run on the track. Treadmill.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Play another sport. It's
Go do yoga. Just don't
Yeah.
be on the golf course. I don't care.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. When you wear a hoodie on the golf course, that reminds me of the JV golf team in high school, and they give them the shitty sweatshirts.
Yep.
And then you know they're a hack because they're wearing a shitty.
Or even junior high golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
When it's like you're playing that winter golf and it's January, February, and it's just freezing your
yeah,
nuts
and
off
they don't
out
care
there.
how they're playing. They're just trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
Got a
that
hoodie
and-
on.
And get out of class. That's the only reason why, at least in the private school sector in Texas, most people play golf is to get out of school.
All the
for
kids
day.
out there, if you're going into high school and don't like school, play high school golf. Couldn't recommend it more. You miss a minimum 5 to 10 days a year of school. So.
T-Bone dropping some knowledge for the youth here. Well, that's all I got, really. I mean, pretty good week. Golf season is starting to really get in full form here, which it gets me excited. The weather is getting a little bit warmer. I was in a pullover and pants this weekend, but it wasn't terribly cold. Saturday morning was a little bit cold, but it was very comfortable, especially in the afternoon. We actually had a frost delay on Saturday. We never have frost delays in Houston.
Wow.
It's a rarity. We had a frost delay, which was pretty interesting in and of itself. So daylight savings is also coming up here in the next few weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So for me, in my opinion, once daylight saving hits, like golf season is officially
Full force.
here. Full force, full steam ahead, full send. Don't look back. Knock it out of the park. I don't know where I'm going with this. So we actually are going to be recording another episode here pretty shortly with a guest. We're teasing the guest. I think I might try to drop this on Thursday or Friday.
The guest interview or this one?
The guest interview on Thursday.
Okay.
And then if I get to it, your course review on Friday.
Love it.
So that's the tentative plan for the video and audio portion of the podcast. Next week, the Honda Classic. Did I miss anything this week, Timon?
I think we
Before
nailed
we get
it.
to the Honda?
Yeah, I think we're good.
I mean, that cost this thing, dude. CBS was on blast after Riviera, especially not showing the Harold Varner top. I feel like we might be talking about that for this year. I don't think that's going to be like our Matt Kuchar version of something, but it's going to keep coming up. CBS is on blast. They're on break until the Masters, so it's NBC for the next 7 weeks or whatever it is. Costas, he did not hold back on his punches on the No Laying Up podcast. I would highly recommend that you go back and listen to that video or to that episode of the podcast. But he said that, in his opinion, nobody on the PGA Tour or nobody on the CBS team gives a rat's ass about how good the broadcast is because they just have to make their numbers, which I kind of respect.
Interesting.
But look, it's a double-edged sword. You need viewership. I get it. It was just funny how CBS was on blast. Peter Costas agrees to come on, and it could not have been better. I'm really happy for the No Laying Up guys. That's big for them. So next week, Honda. If you remember a couple years ago, Tiger Woods won second. I think he got second.
Did you say 1 second?
Yeah, that sounded not good. There's like a debate going on, especially at the Barstool guys, of if you shoot golf or if you play around a golf. It's a very interesting debate. But I think he got like second or third. He was in the mix. It was right after his surgery. He was about to he hadn't won the Masters that year, but that's the year he won the Tour Championship. And it was like Tiger's playing really good golf already. It was electric. It's a tough course, the Snake Pit. I don't think Brooks Koepka won last year. His name's escaping me. Who
Snake
won last
Pit
year?
or Bear Trap?
I don't remember. Might be Bear Trap.
It's Bear Trap.
Bear Trap. Sorry. Where's the other
You're
one?
a little off today.
I think so. We got
Snake
Honda.
Pit's the Valspar.
Well, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. The Honda.
Okay.
And next week, the week after that is Bay Hill, and then the Players. One of my favorite tournaments is the Players. So I don't really have a prediction or who might win this week. I think I might just go Jordan Spieth until he actually wins.
Sure. That works
Jordan
for me.
Spieth's my pick.
Is he
Actually,
playing?
if you want some picks, let me know. After I do some research on it. T-Bone, is there anything else you'd like to add, man?
I think we're good.
All right, we're going to go down
Big
here.
interview coming.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. New episode dropping Thursday. We'll go Thursday. New episode dropping Thursday. Guest. We're about to record right now. It's going to be great. Before we get out of here, follow us on social media at 300 per pod. That's the number 3, 300 per pod, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Comment below on what you thought this week, how to go, how did NBC do, who you got for the Honda Classic. Let us know, because I think I might start throwing down a few bucks on golf gambling. I think I might start to get into that. Could be fun. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you, Scott, T-Bone. And remember,
Little White Ball's life.